Hi everybody, thank you for coming to my channel. This is Wendy, and this is part 3, I think, of the magazine challenge. I challenged myself to turn a magazine into a junk journal, and so far I think it is turning out pretty darn cute. And I know a few of you have mentioned that you guys started gluing your magazine papers magazine papers together. I don't know how hot it is where you guys are, but yesterday it was so humid. My glue was just so wet, it wasn't drying, so I ended up having to stand my book up like this and put in the fan against it just to get it to dry. So I ended up stopping halfway. I started because I was gluing, pages on. And this is what I got so far, and it was just a soggy mess, so I had to dry it. And so I was like, well, I have plenty in here, I'll wait, because I don't know exactly what I want to do with these back pages yet, so I might change my mind halfway through. So I went ahead and did maybe half. I'm really liking the feel of these too. I mean, these are awesome. So then after it dried, I was thinking, I'm like, holy cow, what am I going to do with this thing? I didn't have any plans or ideas, no theme, nothing. I'm just like, hello? What am I going to do with it? Because this is so big. I haven't done probably a journal this tall. The width is fine, but this tall, it's 10.5 inches tall. And I think it's like almost 6.5. Yeah, it's like almost 6.5 wide. So the width isn't throwing me off. It's the height. And I was like, okay, what am I going to do? How am I going to fill up the page? Because I feel like I have to fill up the page. So had a mind blank, and I was, thinking about it all day, the previous night, yesterday, and I did come up with some ideas, and then it got me excited again. Okay, so I got the thought of Alice in Wonderland. Don't ask me how, because I kept thinking of the phases she went in, where one time, she was so small and everything was huge and big, and then the other time she went and everything was so tiny. So I'm like, well, why don't I make everything super size? Twice the size. And then I got to think, well, maybe at the back of the book, I'll make everything really tiny. I don't know about that. I might change my mind afterwards, but the whole huge, overblown things, I'm like, I can get behind that. So, because it works the whole page. So the first thing I did was make a waterfall, or I call them blinds, that hang from your, like a curtain, your blinds, even though I know that technically it's waterfall. So I made it, and I'm like, how cool is this? And I don't know what I'm going to use it for, what I'm going to put on. I just made them because I was like, how fun is that? They're like, I could play with these all day. So if you guys have any idea of what I can use these for, if I should just save them for notes, or if I need to decorate them more, I don't know. That I have no idea. I just did them, and this is what I got. A big blind of a page. If you guys want to know how I did this, I mean, I could do another video, or I can kind of just tell you. They're 2-inch strips. They're just 2-inch strips, and I alternated, of course, the print so you can see them. You don't have to do that, but 2 inches, and they're the length of the page. And I did round the corners of them, of all of them, top and bottom. I rounded the corners. I did ink these with blue because I'm thinking blue is going to be the color that I'm going to ink everything in. So I inked everything, and then what I did was I put hinges on every one of these, and the hinge was, oops, here, let me get a, so I can I'll kind of just tell you guys. If you do want a video, comment down below and I'll take you through a step-by-step video. But I did a 1-inch strip of paper, okay, folded it in half, creased it really well, okay, and then opened it back up. You put your piece of paper in and you glue the top of the flap to it. So you guys can see how I did it. I glued here. All right. And then after that's glued in, this, okay, so this flap here, that's not glued. The underside of it gets glued and pressed into the book. Okay. So then after it's glued, you have a hinge or flap. And then what I normally do is I come back with some washi tape and I put it down the seam. Just, I don't know why. I think it helps with the hinge and helps hold everything in place. Sometimes I even put it on the opposite side too. But that's purely up to you. So that's how I did it. And then you I laid them down first to see where they needed to go. And I glued this one on first, and I made sure I put it to the edge of the page. So I glued this one in place, and then I went and glued the last one in place where I wanted this one to go. So I put that one in place, and then I kind of just arranged these where they needed to be. And of course, some are wider than the others, some are cricketer, because, you know, trying to get those in straight. I'm sure I should have used a ruler, but that's okay. It's, you know, not perfect. So that's how I did it. But if you guys want to see a step-by-step, I can do that. Just let me know. And you guys come up with an idea for me on what I can use these for. So next was the front inside cover. I'm thinking, going on the big theme, I need a big tag, like "Here I Am" tag. And this is what I came up with. Because then it kind of reminded me of a doorway and then a keyhole, and I kept that Alice in Wonderland theme kept in my head. So I'm kind of doing an Alice Wonderland theme without the actual pictures and books or whatnot, just kind of the idea of it. So I made a big tag, and I actually cut out 2, and I'm thinking, well, why don't I just, ta-da, make it into an open book? So that's what I did. I have this huge tag. It's plain right now. I'm definitely going to have to put something on it. So as big as I made this, then I realized, well, there's no way I can fit a pocket over this. I just don't have the space, because, you know, when you glue, you know, your paper down to hold it, it takes space away, and this will be too big. So then I got to thinking, well, how can I do this so I don't have to change the size of this? So I can either do a tuck, and this is an old mailer, guys. So I figure I can just glue the bottom half and have a tuck, so it'll be like, you know, one of those tuck spots, and just have the bottom in place. Or I'm like, well, I can do a band on the side, and, you know, it goes in this way. Or another way, I can make what they call a belly band, and either, you know, top to bottom, have a strip here, and it just slides in, or maybe one that wraps all the way around. And because I have no idea what I'm going to do to the cover of this thing yet. So as I was thinking about how I was doing this and how I was decorating, I'm like, what am I going to use? I might continue using magazines to decorate the pages and stuff. I will keep the base pretty, you know, fun scrapbook or book pages, but I want to dig into using up some magazines. And I love the images of, you know, the Vogue, especially. They just have some cool pictures. So I'll probably use this magazine, my old book pages, some mailers, you know, kind of like junk, and to decorate, you know. So that's where I'm at right now. Don't know what I need to use these for, and I need to decorate this page, and I'm wondering if I should... Oh, I'm needed to tell you guys what else I'm doing. Okay, so these are these scraps. Oh, let me see. Oh, some of them are double. Okay. All right, so this is all the scraps I have, and this is from cutting off the length of these pages like that. Okay, so they're all the same size except for these two, which they could be because I used a double sheet. I did the full sheet, I glued it in, so, and then I just whacked that off. But I should just probably go ahead and make them all the same size. Okay, so I have these. So I figure I'm going, because I am not going to have a ton of scraps left over. I don't want the scraps. I'm going to put it all back into this book. I don't care, like clusters or whatever. So I have a bunch of these that can be turned into tags, bookmarks, tuck spots, pockets. So far this is all the scraps I have from this project. Oh, except for when at the very beginning, when I trimmed down my magazine, you know, I trimmed off that 1.5 inch strip from the magazine. I have those strips, and I will use these because this is going to be a no waste project. I don't need any more scraps or waste. So maybe you keep that in mind when you guys are doing this. Put all your scraps in a pile that come from this project and put those scraps back into it. I even have a little bit of scrap left from when I put the spine on. So that's kind of like you're challenging yourself to use the magazine, and you're going to challenge yourself to put those scraps back in here. Okay, so don't know if you want to... I don't have any idea. You know what? Let's start with picking out a band, I think. Just I don't know yet about that one. Let's play around with decorating this one because I don't know yet. My mom, I like to draw on my book pages, and my mom colors them in for me because she's a really good colorist. They're called colorist, people that know how to color, just like they're painters and, you know, knitters and whatnot. She's a colorist, and her medium is colored pencils. She does do gel pens and stuff. So I had her color my images on my pages because I love artwork on book pages. So these are what she's did. And look, she even made some cloud coverage. So this is what she fixed for me out of the images I drew for this one. I turned into a little booklet because that's how I drew it out. I stenciled, and you know, here is my absolute favorite. You guys, look at this. Isn't that gorgeous? So, and then I have some doodle drawings that I did. Are those not the funnest things? And then there's the back. Now, my thing is, I'm wondering if this could be like a little pretty art gallery, and, you know, you could put a little poem on them or something. And I was thinking about, should I put it in something like this? So when you open it up, it's kind of like a little, you know, pretty. I don't know. I just really love this page. I have to think about this some more too. I don't know what I want to do, because the backside, stupid me, drew on the backsides too, because I was just thinking about having a all right, I'm gonna sit them here and keep thinking over that one. And I love and I can always rip out as well. Ooh, I wonder if how that'll look on the front page. Okay, idea. So, oh, okay. I'm going for it, guys. I'm gonna rip. Okay, I'm gonna rip it. Rip, rip, rip. And I'll just cover. Ooh, love that. And then, all right, let me go ahead. Let's see. If I glue this down like this, and all right, says I love that look. Let's see. So if I glue this down here and then raise this up some, and then I can, oh goodness, guys, I'm getting an idea here. Where is my, let me tear out a piece of paper. Ugh, I got a mess here. Okay, so let's see here. All right, and then if let's see if I have any blue left on this. I got red ink, but I don't know. Because this way, and then needs something else, doesn't it? A ribbon or something. I mean, something fibrous, but I can add it later. I'm liking this. And I'm wondering if I should put some, all right, let me break out the red. Even though I'm not sure. All right, let's see. I just want to give it some contrast here. All right. Oh, that stuff falling on me. All right, let's see here. All right, that's not bad. Huh. I'm going to use this whole page just like this. And then I will add stuff to it. And I think I might put a window-like feature there. Window feature. Okay. Let me process this for a minute and see what else I want to. Where is my... Give me a second, folks. I gotta grab my my ribbon. And of course, it's buried. Ooh, I got tissue paper too. I didn't even think it. Let's see. You guys are seeing this, my process. All right, so I'm not sure about that, but I'll just leave it there for a minute. What do I want? What do I want? Do I want some... Or... got this, some pink I can throw in. I can throw in... That's... For some reason, I like the pink and orange. I don't know what that is. So what is it with that? I can add some bling to it. Okay, I'm going a little crazy here, folks. All right, what can I do? What can I do? Okay, so, oh, this is the elastic stuff. All right. Don't tell me I'm crazy yet, folks. All right, so if I glue this around, or should I just glue it across the top here? No, or I don't know, that might take away to it. Okay, so what I need to do is I'm gonna glue this bad boy down. Sometimes you just gotta go for it and then you know, design it as, you know, as it gets layered down. I won't know until I see what it looks like. I might not like it at all and scrap the whole idea. So we'll see. I don't know how long my camera is gonna last, you guys. So I might be scooting out for a little bit, recharging, recharging, and then coming back for this. So, and I'll just keep adding, you know, what I'm doing with, you know, this journal as I'm doing it. I love this. Oh, I'm gonna have to stencil and draw out some more because I'm loving the colored book pages. Okay, so, ooh, I probably should have added some. Let's see. Okay. I wonder if I should give it a little bit more a defined look. All right. I have an aunt that tells me she likes more of the shape, you know, when you tear into something, not just to make it, she likes the jagged shapes to follow along with the images, which is fine. I like both. Sometimes though it's harder to get that look, but all right. Now that means I got to re-ink the edges because I just tore it off. All right. Let's see. All right. So, should I put it up further and just cut? All right. So if I do it there, and if I put these under, kind of reminds me of leaves, don't it? Or am I just fooling myself here? And then maybe, I know what I'll do. I'm talking to myself, guys. Literally talking to myself. I am just smashing that tissue paper down onto my ink pad. Maybe and then or should I I hate this process. Sometimes I get stuck and I don't know what I'm doing. All right, maybe I'll leave it. You know what? I'm just gonna go for it. So let me put. I just want to do half so I can get that on that half point on there. I got the point a fan blowing this way. Hopefully, okay, so then I just want to be able to see where I want this piece. All right. And then I'm just going to go ahead and... Oh, there's a fly. How in the heck did a fly get in my room? Oh. All right, guys. You've seen me mentally crash over how I'm doing this. So, now this was, remember this was tissue paper. So I kind of just want to get, I put glue stick on the back gently. Gently, 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 because it does tear. All right, and then, come on, big glue stick, do your job. All right. Here we go. So, all right. Let me see what the, hope my head wasn't in the way. My head was, sorry guys if my head was in the way. Oh boy. All right, so here's what I got going on so far. And I gotta cut this off. Hold on. Okay, here's what I got, and I think I don't know yet. Maybe I need to find a scene out of this big old Vogue magazine. Okay, well, I won't keep you guys on here while I'm looking for this. So I'm just going to keep working on my tag, and I will just keep videoing my progress, and hopefully you guys can give me some ideas as well on the super size, because okay, so let's just give it an idea what this is gonna look like. That's just so fun. So that's what I got going on. Oops, that's what I got going on right now. Well, thanks for hanging around. I noticed my phone is starting to flash red, so come back soon. Like, subscribe, tell me what you're liking, not liking. Give me some ideas on what to do with these, please. And I will talk to you guys soon. Thank you.